What is going on, YouTube? So come back today with another free agency video for the NHL. So this will be my second one overall. If you saw my video earlier today, I said that I will be pushing back my free agency wrap-up series a little bit just because I feel like I did it a little premature. You know, I posted my top 10 biggest signings yesterday, and what I'm just going to do is kind of reframe it as biggest signing so far. So if you see that video, that's why it's kind of out of whack from the title. But there are a whole slew of transactions to talk about that have happened over the last couple days, ones that I've not gotten to since. So I'm not going to take every single one that happened. Maybe, let's say there was a small one that happened 4 days ago that I didn't announce on the other one. I'm not going to say that. But basically all the big ones that have happened probably in the last 3-4 days, including some big ones today. So let's start at the top. Today, actually just recently, Mark Scheifele re-signs with the Winnipeg Jets. 8 years, $49 million. One of the better young players on the Jets. You know, came into the league, I believe it was 6 years ago. I believe that's right. It's either 5 or 6. And again, good signing for the Jets. This is a team that seems like they just can't get over that hump. But you know what? I feel like they've got an okay core if they stick to players like Scheifele. And overall, I think it's a good deal. Next one, Palmieri. New Jersey Devils, 5 years, $23.25 million. I like the deal again. Palmieri wanted to stay with the Devils, and again, they're one of their better young players. Came into the league 6 years ago, as I mentioned with Scheifele. Wait, was it Paul? I feel like Scheifele was the year after, so it's probably 5. But anyway, I think a good deal for the Devils. Next one, Mason Raymond to the Anaheim Ducks, 1 year, $650,000. For a player that used to be actually a very effective role player, and I still feel like can be. You know, a pretty good deal for the Ducks. Low risk, medium reward in my mind. Next one, Magnus Paajarvi, St. Louis Blues, 1 year, $700,000. He gets to re-sign with the Blues. You know, good fourth line player last year. Had higher expectations when he was in Edmonton, but again, that's way past. So I think again, good deal, low risk, medium reward in my mind. Next one, throwing it back with Jordin Tootoo to the Chicago Blackhawks, 1 year, $750,000. So the Blackhawks give themselves get to pick themselves up a goon. Jordin Tootoo, one of my favorite players of all time, and again, name that's been around for a while, but cool to see. Cool to see that he'll have a chance to win a cup with the Blackhawks. Next one of my personal favorite players ever, just overall, and that's Boll to the Anaheim Ducks, 2 years, $900,000. The Blue Jackets just recently waived Boll, which I was kind of sad about. You know, he'd been with the Blue Jackets since 2007, was coming up on a decade now, and anyway, at least he ends up with a good team. Next one, Parenteau returns to the New York Islanders for 1 year, $1.25 million. You know, I wouldn't say overpaid for him, but maybe a little bit. You know, the Islanders kind of got to retool after letting Purcell walk. I mean, they did pick up Ladd, but I think that was a little bit of a downshift. So good to see that they're adding some extra depth at forward. Next one, Vincent Trocheck re-signs with the Florida Panthers, 6 years, $28.5 million. Good that they got to re-sign, you know, one of their younger players. Again, I mentioned how big a splash the Florida Panthers have made in this round of free agency. You know, you get to lock up one of your younger players, Vincent Trocheck, 22 years old. Had a very good season last year, racking up 25 goals and more than 50 points. So, again, a good signing. Roman Polak to the goes back to the Toronto Maple Leafs, 1 year, $2.25 million. Not my favorite signing in the world, but you know, you'd have to turn to a Leafs fan for a true opinion on that. Next one, Markstrom today actually just re-signs with the Vancouver Canucks, 3 years, $3.67 million. I like that the Canucks are, you know, keeping goalies around for a little bit at a time. Markstrom played, I believe it was a career high, like 33, between 33 and 38 games, something like that this year. And you know, once promising goalie with the Florida Panthers, I still believe can be a pretty good goalie in the NHL. Find his role. Next one, big news out of Anaheim. Jonathan Bernier traded to the Anaheim Ducks today. You know, they just got Frederik Andersen. This was not part of the same trade. This was a different trade. You know, I feel like they were looking to dump off. Oh, hold up. Okay, so 7 years, $44.1 million. This was actually just announced too. I'm going to get to this later. Sorry about this. News coming in on my phone right as I'm recording the video. I would say you heard it here first, but again, probably not, since it's going to take me a little bit of time to edit and upload, but I'll get to that one that just happened at the end. But yeah, Jonathan Bernier traded to the Anaheim Ducks. Again, they were looking to probably offload him, with Frederik Andersen being the presumed starter in Toronto now. I think Jonathan Bernier's time was more than done in Toronto, and again, good time to finally move on. So, next one, Chris Kelly signs with the Ottawa Senators, goes back to the Ottawa Senators after 5 years with the Bruins, 1 year, $900,000. Again, it also seems super weird talking like $650,000 for a common name like Mason Raymond, or $700K for a common name like Magnus Paajarvi. When in basketball, you even have like non-common names going for like the veterans minimum is $2 million. So anyway, next one is Teddy Purcell to the LA Kings, 1 year, $1.6 million. I think it's cool. He gets to go back to the team he joined the league with back in 2000, or came into the league with, I believe that was back in 2008. Seems like such a short time ago, but it was such a long time ago. Teddy Purcell, now 30 years old. I think it's a win-win situation for both teams. Gets to compete for another Stanley Cup, and also, like I said, goes back to the team he started with. So, I guess breaking news out of Colorado. Nathan Mackinnon re-signs to the Colorado Avalanche, 7 years, $44.7 million. So that was one of the bigger names of all the restricted free agents, and I think it's good that he goes back to Colorado. You know, Colorado's got a good young core going right now, and no reason to break that apart. I mean, I like it. It's, considering they got it for about the price that the Winnipeg Jets got Mark Scheifele, then yeah. Nathan MacKinnon, one of the budding young superstars in the NHL. So good move there. All right. So that pretty much does it for this video. Like I said, I kind of reordered all my free agency wrap-up stuff. That'll be coming later on, probably in the month. But for now, I'm going to do just little intermediate videos just so I, still keep to the plan that I was going to do, where I'll do my biggest signings for up to this point for basketball also. And then, obviously, like I said, I'm going to just repost the hockey one, just, retitle it, just so you guys know if you're going to watch that video later. That's pretty much it. See ya.